Today I'll be drawing a portrait from life using the crayons. Okay, so the first tools, I have crayons, the Q-tips for blending. You can also use fingers for blending too. And I also have the blending stump for blending the small areas. I also have a palette knife. This is for moving the crayon that is already on the surface. You can also chisel some of the areas as well. You can also use a knife like this to shave the crayon tips. You know, the crayon tips are kind of big, so you may want to, shave that, shave it off so it's nice and pointy for working on the details. First, the base tone. As you can see, I'm drawing a face, so the light peach would be the main tone, but for opaque colors like crayons, it's better that you start from the dark tones first. So, I will be using light peach, but I'll be also using browns to retain the shadow tones as I go with the rendering. And then I'll be applying some of the lighter tones like light peach and white to bring the highlights so you can see the three-dimensional form better. Okay, so let's just go ahead and fill in the base tones. Okay, some of you guys may be wondering what I'm using here. The board is, it's a masonite board. The masonite board is something you can always buy at the home improvement store like Home Depot. And gesso, it's usually white. Like what you see on the white canvas is the white gesso. But I'm using the black gesso just because I'm using the opaque medium. When you use the opaque medium like crayons, you end up having some grainy areas like that. So it's ideal that you have something underneath your base tone. In this case, I'm using black. It doesn't have to be black actually. Many oil painters use like a grayish tone for, priming the surface. Anyway, I'm using black gesso to cover the entire surface, but I'll be applying some background tones later. Okay, so now I am shaping his eyes, nose, mouth, and ear a little bit further. I am not defining them perfectly at this point, but I am defining them enough so you can see the likeness of his face. Okay, so let's now take a closer look. The eyes, nose, mouth, and ear, they are now defined much better. They are not perfect, but they are, enough so you can see the likeness of his face. Now the iris black there and there, I have not yet done anything to that. I mean, that's just a plain black from the background tone. I will be rendering them soon. I am using the board, but you do not have to use this. I mean, you can use the paper if you want. Just make sure that you don't damage the paper because you would be smearing with your finger and the Q-tips quite a bit. So just make sure that you don't damage the paper. I am now starting to fill in the hair tones a little bit more. I will also be filling in the background tone and the body tone. Okay, so the base tones are all done, including the hair and the body. So I'm now starting to work on the background. But as you can see, the background, I do have the black backdrops, so I can retain the blackness of the background. But I would like to indicate some of the fold details and also refine some of these shapes a little bit better. Okay, so I'll be making the light areas lighter and starting to work on the details. Okay, so as you can see, I have established a good value right now. Light tones are now lighter, so you can see the three-dimensional form better. I'm now starting to refine the details even further. For example, like the eyes, I need highlights there. Okay, his facial expression, I'll try to make that a little bit softer too. Highlights on the hair that can be added too. Refine the shape more, and then I can call it finished. Let's get to work. Okay, so I have added highlight on this eye, but not this eye. So you can see the two eyes, in comparison. You can see that this eye is substantially better than that now. Make sure that you add highlight at the end.